The screen flickers to life, a montage of terrifying imagery flashing before your eyes. A blood-soaked hand grasping for purchase, a contorted face frozen in a silent scream, a child's doll lying abandoned in a darkened hallway. The music swells, a discordant symphony of strings and jarring sounds that prickle the hairs on your arms and send shivers down your spine. This is the language of fear, the visceral, primal feeling that draws us to the darkness, to the unknown. And here, on Scary Snacks, we like to delve deep into that darkness. We like to explore the unsettling, the disturbing, the things that make you want to sleep with the lights on. But most of all, we like to share those discoveries with you. So, if you find yourself craving the chilling embrace of fear, if you relish the feeling of your heart pounding in your chest as the tension ratchets ever higher, then subscribe to Scary Snacks and join us as we journey into the abyss of horror. Tonight, we're going to unearth some hidden gems, some films you've probably never seen, but ones that will stay with you long after the credits roll. Like the video and leave a comment if you dare.
Now we all have our favorite horror movies, the classics that we return to again and again. But tonight we're going to dig a little deeper, venturing beyond the mainstream and into the shadowy corners of the genre. These are films that might have flown under the radar, overlooked gems that deserve a moment in the spotlight, a chance to truly terrify you. Our first stop takes us to the desolate, windswept plains of the American Midwest, where a family's road trip takes a sinister turn in House of Dust from 2013. This little-known indie flick combines the isolation of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with the haunting atmosphere of The Grudge, creating a truly unsettling experience. Imagine, if you will, a dilapidated farmhouse, its paint peeling like scabs, windows like vacant eyes staring out at the desolate landscape. Inside, the air hangs heavy with the weight of past tragedies, the silence broken only by the creaking of floorboards and the whispering wind that seems to carry whispered secrets. Next, we journey to the claustrophobic confines of a dilapidated apartment building in The Tenant from 1976, Roman Polanski's psychological thriller that burrows under your skin and festers in your mind. This film, a slow burn of paranoia and madness, will leave you questioning reality itself. Polanski masterfully crafts an atmosphere of unease, the crumbling walls and flickering lights reflecting the protagonist's own fracturing sanity. You'll feel the walls closing in, the oppressive atmosphere suffocating any hope of escape. From the unsettling paranoia of urban decay, we shift gears to the chilling folklore of rural Japan with Kuroneko from 1968. This black and white masterpiece, with its stunning visuals and haunting narrative, tells the tale of vengeance from beyond the grave. Imagine the rustling of silk kimonos in a moonlit bamboo forest, the flash of a blade, and the chillingly beautiful visage of a vengeful spirit. Kuroneko is a haunting exploration of grief, rage, and the enduring power of ancient curses. Our next hidden gem takes us to the sun-drenched, yet deceptively sinister landscapes of Australia with Lake Mungo from 2008. This mockumentary-style horror film follows the aftermath of a teenage girl's drowning, unraveling a chilling mystery through home videos and surveillance footage. The grainy footage, the snippets of everyday life captured on camera, only serve to heighten the sense of realism, blurring the lines between fiction and reality. You'll find yourself questioning every shadow, every fleeting glimpse of movement, as the film slowly reveals its secrets. And finally, we descend into the heart of darkness with Severance from 2006, a British horror comedy that blends gore and humor with surprising effectiveness. Imagine a corporate retreat gone horribly wrong, a group of office workers forced to fight for their survival against a mysterious and brutal enemy in the depths of the Eastern European wilderness. Severance is a blood-soaked satire of corporate culture, a reminder that even in the most mundane settings, darkness can lurk just beneath the surface. These are just a taste, a sampling of the hidden treasures that await you in the vast and often overlooked world of horror cinema. Each film offers a unique flavor of fear, a different perspective on the things that go bump in the night. So, dim the lights, settle in, and prepare to be terrified. And don't forget to tell us in the comments which of these films you're brave enough to watch.
What is it that makes these films so effective? What are the ingredients? The elements that combine to create a truly terrifying experience? Well, it's a delicate alchemy, a careful blend of atmosphere, sound design, and psychological tension that preys on our deepest fears. First, let's talk about atmosphere. Think about the environments in your favorite horror movies. The creaking Victorian mansions, the fog-shrouded cemeteries, the abandoned hospitals with their echoing corridors and flickering fluorescent lights. These settings aren't just backdrops, they're characters in themselves, contributing to the overall sense of unease and dread. It's the feeling of being watched in an empty room, the prickling sensation on the back of your neck that tells you you're not alone. Then, there's the sound design, the subtle creaks and groans, the whispers and moans that seem to emanate from the very walls themselves. A well-placed jump scare can be effective, sure, but it's the slow creeping dread, the gradual ratcheting of tension that truly gets under your skin. It's the discordant melody that seems to follow your every move, the unsettling silence that's broken by a sudden, unexpected noise. Sound, or the lack thereof, can be a powerful tool in the hands of a skilled horror filmmaker. And then, there's the psychological aspect, the way these films tap into our primal fears, the things that keep us awake at night. The fear of the unknown, the fear of darkness, the fear of what lurks just beyond our perception. These are universal anxieties that transcend culture and time. A truly effective horror film will exploit these fears, will make us question what's real and what's not, will leave us feeling vulnerable and exposed. Think about the use of shadows, for example. The way they can obscure and distort, hiding the monster just out of sight, allowing our imaginations to run wild. Or the way a simple reflection in a mirror can become a source of terror, a glimpse into another world, a chilling reminder that things are not always what they seem. And let's not forget the power of suggestion. A well-crafted horror film doesn't need to show us everything. In fact, it's often what we don't see that's most terrifying. A fleeting glimpse of movement in the darkness, a blood-curdling scream echoing in the distance. These fragments of horror are left to our imaginations to piece together, and the results are often far more terrifying than anything a filmmaker could show us directly. It's the combination of all these elements, carefully orchestrated and expertly executed, that elevates a horror film from mere entertainment to a truly unsettling, unforgettable experience. It's about creating an atmosphere of dread, of building tension slowly and methodically, of preying on our deepest fears and leaving us questioning what's real and what's not.
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're sitting there, heart pounding, maybe you've even turned on a few extra lights. But I urge you, don't shy away from the darkness. Embrace it. Let it wash over you. Because fear, as unsettling as it can be, is also a powerful emotion. It can make us feel alive, can remind us of our own mortality. And what better way to confront our fears than through the lens of a horror film? It's a safe space after all, a controlled environment where we can experience the thrill of terror without any real-world consequences. We can confront our demons, explore the dark recesses of our minds, and emerge from the experience, perhaps a little shaken, but ultimately unscathed. So, here's a challenge for you, my fellow horror aficionados. I challenge you to seek out one of these hidden gems, to venture beyond your comfort zone and experience something truly unsettling. Turn off the lights, crank up the volume, and let the darkness consume you. But before you do, I want to hear from you. What are your favorite lesser-known horror films? What are the movies that have truly terrified you? The ones that have stayed with you long after the credits rolled? Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's continue this descent into darkness together. Because here on Scary Snacks, we're all about community. We're a gathering of like-minded individuals who share a passion for the macabre, for the things that go bump in the night. So join the conversation, share your stories, and let's keep the spirit of horror alive. And remember, the next time you're feeling brave, the next time you're looking for a truly terrifying experience, don't forget about these hidden gems. They're out there, waiting to be discovered, waiting to send shivers down your spine.
The screen fades to black, the only sound the faint echo of your own heartbeat. You think about the images you've just witnessed, the unsettling stories you've heard. You try to shake off the feeling of unease, the lingering sense that something is watching you from the shadows. But deep down, you know you can't escape the darkness. It's always there, lurking just beyond the edges of your perception, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. And as you turn off your computer, as you climb into bed and try to forget the horrors you've witnessed, remember this. There's a fine line between reality and nightmare, and sometimes that line is easily crossed. Sleep tight and don't let the bedbugs bite.
So if you find yourself craving the chilling embrace of fear, if you relish the feeling of your heart pounding in your chest as the tension ratchets ever higher, then subscribe to Scary Snacks and join us as we journey into the abyss of horror.